I'm sure a lot of us remember Deborah Samuel that was spy in Sokoto because of all this blasphemy and all of that. The cousin has come out to say this girl really wanted to be a police officer, but at the end of the day, her dream was cautious, and this her cousin was with her when the incident happened, and she narrowly escaped the whole thing.
Her cousin, Asabe Emmanuel, has given a harrowing account of how she narrowly escaped being lynched alongside with her. Oh, they were even together. Can you imagine? In a detailed narrative given to Truth Nigeria, Asabe recalled how the event of May 12, 2022, when fellow students beat both her and Deborah over allegations of blasphemy. Do you know that those people that were involved in the killing of this girl, they are still walking around freely? In fact, they were even videoing themselves and boasting that yes, they did it, they killed her, they burnt her, she was doing something, she was blaspheming their Allah or something like that. They are still walking freely. Till today, oh, they are still walking freely. When I close my eyes, I still see her. Deborah Emmanuel, she said, the last time I saw her alive, we were both locked up inside the school security post. She was in the inner room, I was inside the outer room. Both women were students at the college. Deborah was in her second year of studying home economics, and Asabi was in her final year of studying integrated science and biology. They came from the same village in Niger State and were raised like sisters. Asabe recalled that she was in her hostel when someone banged on the door and shouted that Deborah was being attacked. She rushed to the scene and found her cousin surrounded by a mob. I pushed my way through, screaming, what happened? What is happening? They turned on me to imagine. The mob beat us both. It was Deborah's classmates who accused her. They said she has blasphemed the Prophet Muhammad. If they blaspheme Prophet Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad cannot fight for himself. Did he send you people? Eh? Did she say, did Prophet Muhammad send people to fight on his behalf? Eh? I didn't hear her say anything like that on her WhatsApp group. I don't believe she ever did. She said the school's authority, personnel and some policemen arrived, but they failed to control the situation despite firing tear gas. Can you imagine? So they watched a mob kill a girl rather than rescue her from that situation. It is well. The officers were eventually overwhelmed. Can you imagine? And the mob dragged her, both Deborah and Asabe, to the security post. It wasn't the police who arrested her. It wasn't the school authorities. It was her own classmates, Asabe said. They were the ones who brought her to the security room, saying she had committed blasphemy. Inside the security post, Deborah and Asabe were kept in separate rooms, with Deborah in the back and Asabe in the front. They could see each other through barred doors. Deborah wasn't crying. She was quiet. I remember her looking straight at me and asking, "What time is it?" I told her 11 a.m. She was meant to be writing her exam by noon. Can you imagine? It was even an exam period. The situation worsened around 2 p.m. when the mob returned, chanting Allahu Akbar. They broke into the security post. Can you imagine? So the security people could not take her out of that premises when they saw how the situation was going. Now, wow, they broke into the security post, mistaking Asabe for Deborah. One of the attackers began strangling her with a chain. Wow. Wow. I was frozen in fear. By a miracle, a Muslim student from my home school village walked in and saved me. He stood between me and the crowd and said, "Let this girl go, she isn't Deborah." So imagine they had killed that one before they got there and they got to realize that it was not Deborah. They will still go ahead and kill Deborah and kill two people at the same time because of their Muhammad. Can you imagine? That intervention saved her life. But moments later, the mob stormed the back room where Deborah hid. Asabe, nearly unconscious, heard screams and soon smelled smoke. Wow. I could not see everything, but I saw the smoke and the fire. I smelt it and felt the heat, and I knew they had already killed her. According to Truth Nigeria, some of the attackers were Deborah's classmates. They were not strangers, the people who sat with her in class. Wow. The people who greeted her before lectures were the ones who dragged her out and beat her. Asabe also blamed the school. Yes, they should blame the school authorities because they allowed it to happen. They allowed it to happen. How can they break into the school security office and kill somebody? We blame the school authorities and the police for failing to intervene. The police fired tear gas and left. I found out later that there were 15 policemen watching everything from a distance. They had rifles, they didn't use it. She said the trauma forced her to abandon her education and relocate to Jos, Plateau State. Now married with a daughter, Asabe says she still lives in fear. When I hear the name Mohammed in any context, I panic. I no longer live in Muslim communities. I avoid them, she said. Can you just imagine? Asabe insisted that Deborah never insulted the prophet and described her cousin as a devout Christian with dreams of joining the police force to fight corruption. If you join police force in this country, you are the corruption. You cannot fight corruption. She didn't die because she insulted anyone. She died because she was a Christian girl. Yes, in a place where that is a crime. She said she often asked God why she survived when her cousin did not. I feel it's because he wants me to tell the truth about what happened. Many people have said things, but I was there. I saw it. I heard it. She added, they killed a girl who was holding books. She was planning to write her exam that very day. She was planning to join the police force. Imagine. That was the police shooting that left her to die. Deborah's death shocked the nation and sparked widespread condemnation. Although a few students were reportedly arrested, no major prosecution has been made public. Nothing. They are arrested where? They are walking freely. I don't know if justice will ever come for Deborah, as Abe said, but I want to live a life that tells the truth about her. It is well, May I so continue to rest in perfect peace. Thompson Akinyemi says, horrible and despicable, may our killers and their generations never know peace. They can never know peace by the special grace of God. Never. At Azubi Kekinsi says, may I not see that day when the God I worship will rely on me to defend him? Like, why? Can't your God defend himself? Your God has to wait for you to fight for him. Now wow. Steve Idigwe says, any God or gods wey I go fight for, make that God go sit down for one place. Exactly. If your God cannot fight for himself, if he's being blasphemed, that people have to fight for him, people have to kill for him, then that is not that God. I don't understand. Ezekiel says, at least Boko Haram are taking revenge already. On where? Boko Haram are still attacking some Christians too now. They are still attacking. It is affecting everybody. It's probably not just the Christians. It is well. Eddie says, till now, our killers are still roaming around freely. Yes, they are walking around freely like as if nothing happened. They are still walking freely. As African Sultan says, don't be only police. Because she will probably think that when she gets there, she will be a good police officer. She will not be corrupt like the other ones. But unfortunately, she's dead now. It is well. Chukwu Ebuka says, when God chased Lucifer away, he decided to build his house in northern Nigeria. Where is the lie? Where is the lie? No lies detected. Ebuka Okeke says, imagine humans fighting for and protecting their God. I'll never worship a God that I'll be the one to protect. Abi? Your God that is supposed to protect you and fight for you, you are the one fighting for that God. Now, wow. Safiana says she would as well be a police officer there in hell if she might get that opportunity. You are very sick. Sick people. Sick. These people, they are very sick. My listeners, over to you. Leave your thought. Don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.